How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Total Chaos College Football Week 8. That's what we're talking about today. My name's Allie Burns from Picks Parlays. I've got two of our expert handicappers from picksandparlays.net here to tell us whether these 5 games go over or under. Sean Higgs from Winning Free Picks. How's it going, friend?
Not too bad. Excited about the weekend. I got a nice short shot going tomorrow in college, best bet, and NFL. I'm to put the finishing touches on. Tough week NFL.
It is.
A lot of big faves. So it's kind of like,
I'm not a point layer. Yeah. I'm not a layer. I'm a taker, and I don't like this card. Let me tell you that. Chip Chirimbas, how are you doing, friend? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks on the show. How's it been going?
It's just this far away. No, I'm looking for a great Saturday. Last Saturday, I said we had our Build Your Bankroll selections 3-0. And this week, we're going to do the same with 3 early games and then our ACC game of the year at night. So log on, follow the buy links, build your bankroll, and then throw it all up on that late game because I think we got a big-time winner.
All right. I love it. Okay. So we are going to get this party started. If you're just joining us, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Like I said, I'm going to go through 5 college football games that happen on Saturday, October the 23rd. And y'all are going to give me your play on the over or the under. Higgs, we're starting with you. LSU is at Ole Miss. 76.5 is the number. Does it go over or under?
I'm going under the total here. 76. The Corral, is he corralled? Is he playing? He's banged up. He's not in good shape. The team ran 101 plays last week. That's a lot. I don't care if you're 21. I get it. We're in our prime. We're young. We can do whatever. It's football. This ain't like they're playing tennis or, drinking beers the whole time. No. And again, 76, that's just a giant number. And we saw a wild shootout, not as crazy as like a 60-50, but 49-42 Florida and LSU. I'm seeing, you know what? And that's a 4 interceptions. So the defense showed up a little bit, even though they couldn't stop anybody for LSU. But more importantly, they're still fighting for the coach who's on the way out. And I think I said to you, I said, you know what? This guy's going to be out of here, right? I said, 15-0 championship, 2 games over 500, they're going to show him the door. They showed him the door, I think, a week or 2 later. So, but they're still fighting. I think we're going to see a dogfight here, so a little closer. And again, if he's not 100%, I don't think he gets near this number.
That's a good point. What do you think, Chip? What's your look on this one?
Well, Sean and I are going to be knocking heads here. I think that 76.5 is a telling tale. Mississippi's averaging almost 44 points a game. LSU at 32.5. But LSU's putting up 400 yards a game, and defensively, Mississippi allows 440. But there's some other key factors, Sean. I see that as dogs, LSU's 5-0 to the over in their last 5. At home as favorites, Mississippi's 17-6 to the over. So, and the last, I think 8 of the last 10 times these two teams have played, it's gone over. I see it a high-scoring game here. And by the way, I'm not surprised about Orgeron. Anyone that would throw a flag to appeal a play on a scoring play when it's automatically reviewed and he loses the timeout, his days were numbered.
I love Coach O. I don't want him to go. Speaking of O.
He was great in the water boy.
He's great, man. He looks like he wakes up and eats footballs for breakfast. I love him. I love him. So speaking of O's, let's go Ducks. Oregon's at UCLA. The total 60.5. Chip, it goes to you first.
Well, when you think of the Pac-12 and you think of Oregon, you ordinarily think about having a high-scoring game. But they've been playing to the under quite a bit. They're 16-5 as road dogs to the under. UCLA's 3-4 to the under this season. And 4 of the last 5 times they've met, it's gone under with 1 push. But guess what? I'm going over the total here. 60.5 is a big number. I think the Bruins and the Ducks are going to light up the scoreboard.
Yeah, this is going to be an emotional one, too. Higgs, what do you think about it?
He brought up good points on the under, and then he flipped the switch, went over. I'm going under, though. I'm going under. Everything he said, and the fact that, Oregon's one good offensive game this year was against Ohio State. So was that the fluke? Is it, was that the fluke play out of the games they played? And you see 60, it's like, wow, you got to play into the 30s, which seems easy enough, right? You think Oregon's going to put in 36-30. Like, it looks like it should go over. But I think this is a line that's begging to take the over. So I'm going to go under. And again, Oregon, you got one good game under your belt. I don't know. Maybe that's the fluke game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like that.
Yeah.
You lose to Stanford. It's one thing you want to not cover. You lose outright, ugly. I mean, give me the under here. Under 60.5. You tell me these guys aren't getting a 30? Right.
All right. Well, they
31
show up when
final.
it matters. It
31.
mattered against Ohio State. It matters against Chip Kelly. That's all.
31-24.
All right. So Clemson at Pitt, 47.5, Sean.
Under. That I'm not. I mean, listen, Clemson. The Pitt defense, offense, like the quarterback, people are buying into. Maybe he's a dark horse to the Cy Young. Hello, the Heisman.
What are the odds on that?
Yeah, he's got to be juicy. But this Clemson team, I mean, 17-14, 19-30, 27-21, 14-8, 10-3. Forget about that South Carolina. We're talking about Ohio State with a win, or Oregon's game against Ohio State. You put a 49 spot up, you take that out, they're averaging 15 points a game.
Yeah.
And the defense still shows up. They haven't figured out on offense. They're going to turn it on now? Now they're ready. It's Halloween. Let's get ready to play football now. Yay, Clemson. You went from being ranked, 1, 2, 3? So you're not even ranked anymore.
I think they're 24, aren't they? And Pitt's 23.
No.
I think.
I don't know.
No?
They got all different rankings.
Never
Give me the under. That's it. Under all day here.
Under all day. Chip, I already bet Pitt like 3 days ago. What do you got, Chip?
Well, I agree with Sean. I mean, the Pitt defense is holding people at 320 yards a game. They're averaging 534 on offense, but this Clemson offense is dreadful. 325 yards a game. Their defense is strong enough, only allowing 12.5 points a game, but and they're only scoring 20. I see this game staying under as well. The Clemson Tiger offense is just really pitiful, and I just think that this will probably be the best defense that Pitt's going to see all year. And I think the game's going to be closer. Well, it's only a 3-point margin as it is, and I think it'll be lower scoring than people might realize.
But you think Pitt's going to cash for me, right? I'm just kidding. Check out Chip's premium plays. Don't tell me you're on a Clemson side now that I've already got my bet in, okay? NC State is at Miami. The number here is 53 for you, Chipper. What do you say?
Well, I can't see this game going under. Miami hasn't tackled anybody behind the line of scrimmage since Warren Sapp was playing. Their offense is putting up 430 yards a game. NC State's 425 yards. They're both averaging 32.3 points. NC State's gone over 8 of the last 11, and when they're favored on the road, they're over 11-5 in the ACC. I don't see it going any other way. I really don't. Miami's a very poor tackling team, and I think the game goes over the total.
Higgs, what do you think about it?
Man, you know what? I usually, when I go through, when we had the shows, I usually circle when I'm opposite somebody because usually there's one game. Hello, we're opposite again. I should do a circle the one game we're the same on here. I'm going under the total because Miami, I mean, you see a wild game last week in North Carolina, right? You think, wow, they put up some points here. But the quarterback threw 3 interceptions. I think he had 100. The other NC quarterback had 150 yards passing. And I initially want to say over here because I'm thinking, we talk about Miami being bad. So this is a game like must win for the coach, right? He might be on the way out. They've been looking bad. But I'm going to say under. I mean, NC State is kind of an under kind of team. I don't see this at 53. I guess NC State's scoring 40 because I don't see the Canes getting to 20. I mean, I'm going under.
All right. So take that. Tremendous. Last one for the round. We've got USC at Notre Dame. This is probably like the game I've heard talked about most all week long. The number here is 59. Higgs, it's on you.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going under again here. I mean, I guess we could make a play for the over here based on there's not much rushing attack for these teams, and USC. When's the last time they've been good? I think a little bit after when the Canes were good. We got to go back to the early 2000s.
And Reggie Bush.
Exactly. Yeah, early 2000s. I mean, so Notre Dame. How about they lose to Cincy? They could easily run the table here. This line open affords a touchdown. They're going to run the table and somehow leapfrog Cincinnati to get into the playoffs. So Indy's going to bring a defense. SC, I'm just not sold on them. I know this quarterback's supposed to be good. This is going to be their year. I don't know. 59 again. Today's football, you think 60 is easy, right? 30. Somebody's getting into the 30s. I don't know. Both of these teams I do not like. I could see just being an ugly game, but maybe it's ugly the other way. It turned into a 44-41. But I'm going to go under.
Chip, your final answer, or agree or disagree?
Sean, we're in agreement here. Although USC is averaging 448 yards a game, they're 7-point underdog. Notre Dame's only putting up 366. So that tells me, with Notre Dame being a favorite here, they're looking for it to be a defensive affair. Notre Dame's 21-10 to the under after a bye. They had a bye last week, and so did USC, and they're 7-1 to the under after a bye. Jack Cohn hasn't come through for the Irish like most people had expected. Slovis has been able to throw the ball for the Trojans, but they're not running the ball like they have in the past. They don't have that running back mentality that they used to have when the big backs were there. But this game isn't what it used to be, and I think it stays under the total as well.
All right, so we agree. Okay, so let's do a little bit of recap in here. Remember, when they agree, those are the money plays on the show. If you're looking for me, I am on Twitter at +moneyhoney. If you're looking for Sean Higgs, he is at @real_Higgs on Twitter. And then on YouTube, subscribe to his channel, Winning Free Picks. Lots of free content over there, as well as some contests. Tell me all about it, Higgs. What's going on at the site? What's going on the page? What's going on?
Well, site-wise, we're loaded up for tomorrow, right? I said I got a nice short shot. I got a best bet college. NFL's, I'll be loaded up probably after we do picking the lock later on. We'll get the NFL going on. And contest-wise, these start up on Thursday. This week, it's a continuation last week. So we give away signed jerseys, little mini helmets. So it's fun. But we had a 3-way tie. I couldn't just do a one-game picker there on a Monday that we did. 2 weeks ago, we had to do that. We had to tie 2 people. But so this week you got 3. I said we got to roll it over again. We got to keep it going. Yep. Which is good because, I only had like 10 things and we're already on, we got 3 of them out of the way. I want to kind of I was thinking we get a couple ties and we'll go to the end of the year, But.
Right. That's fair. Just roll it on over. All right. And Chip Chirimbus, what do you have over at picksandparlays.net for this weekend?
All right, we're already posted. I have my Build Your Bankroll early bird special, 3 12 o'clock games. Last week, 3 underdogs that won outright, LSU, Auburn, and Minnesota. You got to build your bankroll with these 3 games and come back with my ACC game of the year. It's a late start. So log on, follow the buy links, picksandparlays.net. Get the big game winners.
I love it. And when you guys are over at Picks and Parlays, checking out their premium plays and packages, definitely use the promo code NBA. It saves you 20% off of the entire site, week-long passes, month-long, even just a one day. You just need to figure out your Sunday. You can get Chip and Higgs, smoosh them together, 20% off of that. Okay, guys, let's do a little recap in here. LSU at Ole Miss, we're taking it over. No, Higgs is going under. Chip is going over that 76.5. Oregon at UCLA, Chip is going over again, and Higgs is going under again. Clemson at Pitt. This one we agree on. That game stays under. That Clemson defense is better than we think. NC State at Miami, 53. Chip goes over. Higgs goes under. And USC at Notre Dame, 59. They're both taking this one under as well. All right, guys, that's a round of total chaos. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great college football Saturday, week 8. Let's make that money, and may the best capper win. Bye, guys.